Hi everybody, my name's Liz and I'm the baker that sews. Welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. Thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed or commented or liked any of my previous videos. So my last video I was asking for some help. I was talking about what my June plans are, and included in that is a couple of alterations that I want to make to a few of my dresses that I've got. So one is my Sew Over It Kate dress, and I'm just going to stitch up the slits. Somebody commented that they've made that dress and they just didn't bother with the slits, so I'm going to stitch that up. And then the other one was my Sew Over It Leah dress, which is too tight across the bust. So my body shape has changed over the years, and I made that a couple of years ago, and now it's just a bit too tight across the bust. So I was asking for some tips on how to alter that so that I can still wear the dress, because I absolutely adore the fabric that it's made in. And lots of people commented and gave me lots of tips, so thank you so much to that. So today's video is a hopefully quite short roundup of what I got up to last weekend. It was the sewing weekender, but it was the virtual sewing weekender. So if you don't know what that usually entails, it's usually a weekend away and there's 100 sewists that get together. It's run by the Fold Line and Charlotte from English Girl at Home, and it usually takes place in Cambridge. So there's a university that they normally hire out a couple of their rooms, and then you can stay over at the university if you'd like to. And I'll put details down below to what it's looked like previously. But this year, because of everything going on, they knew that it wasn't going to be able to happen as an actual real life meetup. So they organised a fantastic virtual sewing weekender, and it was so much fun. It was just brilliant. So it happened last weekend, the Saturday and the Sunday. There was video content throughout the weekend with catch-ups with lots of people in the sewing community, but there was also chatting from Harriet from So Amazing, Sew Me Sunshine, who was talking about fabric. Sarah from So Amazing also filmed a video and she was talking about lots of different things. And it was really lovely to sew along and just have lots of videos of people from the sewing community just chatting. You really felt like it was a social event. And then there was 2 Zoom calls, so on the Saturday and the Sunday. I joined the Saturday one, but I didn't join the Sunday one because it was my birthday and I was out with my family. But that was amazing. Over 600 people on a Zoom call was incredible. People from all over the world, so it was really good fun. So I set myself a couple of projects over the course of the weekend, and I was really fortunate to get good chunks of time to sew over the weekend. So I managed to get 2.5 things done. So I thought I'd talk about what I got sewn up, and then also some of my purchases too, because I did buy a few patterns and I also bought some fabric. Some of it hasn't arrived yet, but I might put pictures in of what I'd ordered, or I might just wait for it to arrive and then include it in my July fabric haul. I can't believe we're nearly halfway through June, or we are halfway through June. It's crazy. Anyway, I'll start with what I'm wearing. So this is, and I will put a picture in of me wearing this because I've shared pictures of this. This is a hack of the Tilly and the Buttons Alexa jumpsuit, and I've mashed it together with the indigo. So I'll stand up so you can see. So it's got the draw string across the middle. So I've used the top of the jumpsuit with the grown on sleeve, and then the button down here, and then the waist channel, and then I've used the skirt of the indigo, and then I've added the ruffle at the bottom. There we go. But I'll put pictures in of me wearing it, and then I've also got the indigo. I haven't got the Alexa to show you, but this is the indigo pattern. So I use the skirt part with the ruffle, and it's really comfortable. I love it. It's quite a blousy effect on top. I like the waist channel because you can draw it in or let it out if I've eaten too much cake. So that's what I'm wearing, and then the fabric I got from First for Fabrics ages ago. So I'll move on to what I got sewn up for the sewing weekender. So the first thing I got sewn up, I'll just fasten up the button. Terrible at making sure buttons are fastened. And it's using this beautiful fabric that I got from Sew Me Sunshine. It's a blue viscose. I absolutely adore this colour on me. I think it really suits my colouring. So I sewed up the Tilly and the Buttons indigo using the add-on pack, and I did the button back detail, so I'll show you that now. And these are beautiful buttons from Felicity Fabrics. They're like an oyster effect. I think they're called oyster effect buttons. They're beautiful. So it's got the buttons going down the back, and then it's got the gathered skirt, and then it's also got the frill at the bottom. And of course it's got, if I can find them, it's got pockets. I just absolutely adore this. The way that the fabric hangs, it's the perfect fabric for the pattern. that was the first one, and I managed to get that sewed up fairly quickly. With my Faff sewing machine, buttonholes are an absolute breeze, and I recently discovered that I can use my machine to stitch on the buttons too, so it makes adding buttons just so quick. It's amazing. So that was the first one, and I sewed up a size 2, and I'll put down below my measurements. It is meant to be quite a loose fit anyway, and I do find by adding the button back detail it makes it slightly looser fit, and also the fabric really makes a difference. It's great in a viscose, it's breathable, and it just feels really lovely and drapey on your body. So that was the first one. And then the second one was another of my favourite dress patterns. And if you followed me on my channel for a while and Instagram, you'll know that I absolutely adore wearing dresses. Dresses are like my go-to garment. I don't know what it is about dresses, they just make me feel really good. I just love wearing a dress. It's definitely my most comfortable go-to pattern and comfortable go-to garment to wear. And in the winter I can just stick on some woolly tights and it looks lovely. So I made the Deer and Doe Myosotis, and I did the longer skirt, and then I added the ruffle, and then the sleeves have got a ruffle too. And I've done the button down placket. But what I did do was I followed, I think it's Marie from Stitch Odyssey. I hope I'm including her details correctly. She showed on Instagram TV a hack to omit the collar. So it's got this like mandarin collar. So I copied her hack and I drafted my own facing. So I've got the front facing piece and then the back facing piece, and it was a really simple hack to do. I'll link details down below of her Instagram TV tutorial talking about it. But you basically just get the front bodice piece and the back bodice piece, and you just trace around the pieces. I might pause it and grab the pieces because I thought it would make sense to show you. And my pattern pieces have been so well used because I absolutely adore this pattern. So they are a bit scraggly and tatty looking. So this is the front bodice piece. So I basically traced around this part, going all the way down to the bottom, and I always extend my bodice piece by a couple of inches because I just like where it sits when you do that. So then you end up with a front piece that looks like this. So this is where I traced this area. So I just had it on a piece of paper actually. I'll put the facing on, I'll see what I mean. But yeah, the light's awful. I traced around this bit and then all the way down, so that you end up with the front facing, and then I did the same for the back, and then the back I just cut it on the fold so it was the right piece, and then you sew those together and you end up with your facing. And I'll show you what it looks like on the dress. I'm not going to share all of the dress because the fabric was gifted by Crafty So and So in return for a blog post which I am in the process of writing up, so I will share more details about this dress when that blog post goes live. There's the flounce on the sleeve, and then the neckline, if I hold it up you can see it doesn't have the collar, and inside I've got the facing, and it goes all the way down like it would normally anyway. Just gives it a really neat finish actually. I really like the finish that you get from it. Buttons I got from Felicity Fabrics because they have such a beautiful range of buttons. And then I always add to my Deer and Doe Myosotis a waist tie, so that's what I've got there. And of course pockets, so it has got pockets which I absolutely adore, and then it's got the frill at the bottom. Now this fabric's very bright. I know it's not to everybody's taste. I absolutely adore it. I think it's summer in a fabric, and I cannot wait to wear it when it's a lovely sunny day. At the moment in London it's very cloudy today, but I absolutely adore it. I love bright fabrics anyway, so I absolutely adore that. So that was the second thing that I got completely finished, and then the third thing you can see hanging behind me, I'll just get it down, and this is not finished. I need to hem the sleeves, but I'm thinking of adding some narrow elastic to make them sort of poofy, and I need to hem it at the bottom. But it's in this beautiful fabric from Felicity Fabrics, and again this was gifted as part of a blog post that I'm writing for them, and I'm filming a vlog all about this dress too. It's such a beautiful fabric. It's a viscose, and again it's lovely and soft, and it drapes beautifully. And this is the Nina Lee Park Lane dress that I'm in the process of making. So I've managed to do everything. I've inserted the zip, I've got the facing attached, It's clipped together at the back at the moment because I need to do the little loop, the rouleau loop, and then I also need to sort of finish off that section. I need to hem it, like I said, and I need to sort out the sleeves because I'm sort of in the process of deciding what I want to do with the sleeves. So that's nearly finished, and that fabric's just beautiful, so I can't wait to get that finished. Okay, so that was what I got up to making wise, and then I did get a couple of bits of fabric and a couple of patterns which I'll talk to you about. So some things that I bought haven't arrived yet, but I may add those to my July fabric haul. So with the Sewing Weekender, when you go to the actual Sewing Weekender event where you meet real people, there's usually a goodie bag that's left on your table where you set up your machine, and it's full of lots of amazing things, leaflets and things. There's normally a pattern in there. You usually get a little label that says made at the Sewing Weekender and what year you went, which is great. But this year obviously it's not a physical event, so instead we got emailed lots of discount codes for fabric shops and also pattern companies. So I did splurge on a few things, not lots and lots, but I did buy a few bits and pieces, and because it coincided with my birthday weekend, I also got some vouchers for Sew Me Sunshine, so I bought some fabric from Harriet. They haven't arrived yet, they'll probably arrive next week. Okay, so the first thing I got was this amazing space print viscose from Fabric Godmother, so I'll hold it up. It's got a beautiful amount of drape. Can you see that? It's so beautiful. Let me hold it all the way up, wrong way. It's got such a beautiful amount of drape. It's just so lovely. I think I'm probably going to use this to make this type of maxi dress. So using the Alexa bodice and then the indigo skirt and the drawstring waist, because I just love that. I want something that really shows off this amazing print. And you see, so it's covered in stars, it's got planets, just amazing. I absolutely adore it. It's great weight as well, which is fun. So that's from Fabric Godmother. And then I got this, which if you've seen my previous videos, I think it was my May fabric haul, I think it might have been, or maybe it was my June fabric haul. I talked about this viscose from Material Girl Laura. So I managed to get it in other colourways. I think I got the blue, but I really wanted the green. I just adore green. Green's my favourite colour. As well as blue being my favourite colour. And I missed out on this the first time round, but then Laura managed to get some more in. So I've got 2.5 metres of this because I'm going to make a maxi dress, probably the indigo, because I love how that sort of just fits my body, and I love the amount of drape that you get using the right kind of fabrics. This is a viscose, and again, it's just beautiful. The colour is just absolutely stunning. I love it. So I can't wait to get started on that. I know exactly what that's going to be. And then this fabric, I really wanted this fabric, and I missed out on getting some from Sister Mintaka. It is the Rifle Paper Company Primavera collection in the mint citrus. So beautiful. And this is just a cotton. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. I only managed to get 1.5 meters, but I got this from the Crafty Mastermind because they did a pre-order. So I managed to get some from them and it arrived in the week. And it's just, I love the colours. I was so sad to miss out on this the first time round. So when I saw that they were doing a pre-order, I was like, I'm ordering some. And it arrived. It took a while to arrive because obviously it was a pre-order, but it's arrived and I'm really pleased. So I can't wait to turn that into something. If you've got any ideas, it's a cotton. I really want to show off this beautiful print. Let me know down below what you would make with it. One of my friends on Instagram said that they're after 3 meters because they want to make some pyjamas. It would look amazing in pyjamas. And then in terms of patterns, I bought an ebook. Sew Over It brought out their Summer Dreaming Capsule Wardrobe ebook, which they've been dropping hints about this ebook coming out for ages, and they went to India to film it. The pictures are beautiful from the book. But when they released it, I was really excited because there's loads of things in there, and I'll put some pictures in of all the different patterns that you get in there. Like there's a wrap skirt called the Alba wrap skirt, which I just fell in love with. I think it's beautiful, and I think the hackability of all of the patterns in their ebook is amazing. So with the Alba skirt, I definitely want to hack it into a maxi dress. So using the top from one of the dresses and putting it together with the Alba skirt, I think will work beautifully. But when they released it, it was £30. And whilst I appreciate you get 5 patterns and there's lots of different combinations, so actually you get a lot more than 5 patterns, because you can hack them into tops or bring them together to make a whole new garment. Sorry, I paused it. My husband brought me an iced coffee. Yeah, so I was saying the cost of the ebook was more than an actual physical book. So I ummed and ahed, sat on the fence for ages, but then Sew Over It were included in the virtual Sewing Weekender goodie bag, so they had a discount, plus they had £5 off the release of the book anyway. So I ended up getting it for £17.50, which I was much happier to pay that for an ebook, because you do get all of these patterns, which is amazing. But on top of that, I mean, I could print it at home, but I cannot be bothered with sticking PDF patterns together. Wherever possible, I try not to have to stick them together. And I'm in a little WhatsApp group with the Felicity Fabric bloggers, and it's a really lovely little group to be part of. We're all really lovely, we chat together, and it's really nice to have that community feel in a WhatsApp group. And somebody on there recommended the Plan Printing 24, and I'll link their details down below. And it was really cheap. Most of the patterns to print, so there was the Alba skirt cost me £3, the Ravello dress cost £3, the Sienna dress £1.50. I mean, so cheap. And actually the rest of them, like the Sorrento jacket was £1.50 to print, and the Porto jumpsuit was £1.20. The shipping is £5, so it is worth putting lots and lots of patterns together before you put in your order, so that you get more for your money, because you don't want to be sending off for one pattern and then paying £5 for shipping. But it came really, really quickly. I was really impressed, and it's on really lovely paper actually, and they come folded, so, and it saves me the time of printing and sticking all of those papers together, which I just could not be bothered with. So yeah, I'm really impressed with them. Plan Printing 24. So I bought obviously all of the ebook because it all comes together. That was the only pattern purchase of the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into making something. So they're currently still sat like that. I can't decide whether to trace off of the big sheets or whether to just cut into them. That's something that I need to decide. I know lots of people are team trace, and lots of people are just get straight, especially if it's a PDF, just getting straight in and cutting it out. I'm not sure, because not that my weight fluctuates a huge amount, but my body shape fluctuates a huge amount throughout the month and throughout the year, I guess. So yeah, I need to think about what I'm going to do there. But that is what I got up to. I'm just looking around the floor to see if there's anything else I need to talk to you about. I don't think there is. That's everything that I got up to. I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Let me know if you took part in the Sewing Weekender, what you got sewn up, and if you bought anything over the course of the weekend. And I'll be back soon with another video. Take care. Bye.